It's Corey here with Inside 8, and I'm a little later than my usual Friday broadcast. It's been a hectic month for me so far. It's been a hectic couple weeks, but we're kind of in the home stretch now, for me at least. I propose my dissertation tomorrow, getting married on this weekend, so luckily that means you guys get to hear from the awesome and talented and brilliant Mar Miles, who is our peace guru here at Inside 8. So she is going to take over the next couple weeks, which I'm really excited for you guys to be able to hear from her again. It's been a while since she's been on Facebook Live, but I'm here this week just to sort of reflect on myself at my worst. Sometimes I like to go back and look at my results. I've read them a million times, my test results from inside8.com, but when I have a bad day or a good day and it's sort of like, what is going on? I like to look back and see like what's happening, why are things going the way that they're going, even though like on some level I know like it's me, but as a nourisher, when I'm at my worst, I want everything my way, and I value self-care and taking care of my own needs, and it does become selfish sometimes, and I'll shut out. Some people have told me I put on like blinders when I want to get something done or I want something a certain way. And like I totally see that happening in myself, and at the same time I do see pieces of me being at my best coming out at the same time, hopefully, and I think a piece of what is great when I'm at my best, like my knowledge and my skill, is sometimes what works against me because I want to do something and I want to do it right the first time, but it's not easy. I know I'm talking about our theme this month of peace, and sometimes it's not easy to find peace when things are hectic, when life is crazy. And I think I have two thoughts about chaos and finding peace in the chaos. And the first is this idea. I think we like to think that there's one destination, like there's one right answer. There's a path that we should be on. And I know I talk about podcasts a lot, but I was listening to Hidden Brain the other day, and they were talking about wayfinding, and part of that came along with the idea of getting comfortable that there is no single correct path. There's multiple paths that you could take, and you could be happy on any of them. So there's not one right answer. There's potentially multiple right answers for you, and multiple things that you could try and you could enjoy, and you could live a very like successful, pleasurable, happy life doing any of those things. And the other thought of finding peace amongst the chaos of life, I think we like to be comfortable. I think there's a drive within human beings to find homeostasis, and I think in that you can see blood pressure. Even there's a mechanism in your body that maintains the homeostatic blood pressure, or pretty much any bodily function you can think of, your body is trying to maintain homeostasis, and I think that happens psychologically as well. We want to be comfortable and happy and sort of be at baseline and not be stressed or worried or anything, and a lot of the time it's not reality. And the chaos or the turmoil or the challenges of life are the things that keep pushing us forward and better. And yeah, at the moment they may seem overwhelming, they may be stressful or feel like too much to handle, but by figuring out a way to get through it, you make yourself better, and you're able to conquer even bigger challenges in the future. And so I think even though the chaos makes us uncomfortable or overwhelmed in the moment, I think that the function of it, the purpose of it is that it's making you stronger or smarter or better at problem solving by going through that turmoil or that chaos. And so I don't know if it's getting comfortable in the chaos maybe as much as embracing it or sort of wading through it and saying, okay, what is this chaos teaching me? And sometimes it's hard to see the message while you're in it, but there's just sort of that kind of intuition or instinct that has to guide you towards the correct path for you at that moment. And maybe sometimes that correct path is kind of pushing through and continuing working towards that solution, or maybe it's sort of dumping that idea and moving on to a new one. And I think part of that challenge is knowing when's the right time to do either. When do you keep going? When do you jump ship and try something different or make a change? And I think peace can be found through either of those avenues. And it just takes acceptance one way or the other and sort of making a decision and sticking with it that I think the peace can come from. So I will keep it short now on this Sunday night. These are my overwhelmed brains ramblings, I think, in a way, but I think that life throws us a lot of curveballs and a lot of stresses, and as I've been sort of putting together what I would talk about this week for you guys here at Facebook Live and for all the insiders around the world, there is so much chaos going on. Our hearts here go out to all of the insiders in the southern United States who are dealing with major chaos that they can't control. Like what do you do to kind of keep moving forward through that and maintaining your sort of center and your peace when sometimes it doesn't feel very peaceful around you. So that's what I've got for you this week. And as I said, Mara will be with you the next 2 weeks, shedding her brilliant wisdom on our September theme of peace and finding peace and, finding what peace means for you in your life. So I will see you in a couple weeks. I will be no longer Corey Phillips, but I will be back to share more about Insight 8 and what you can do in the end of September and October. Bye.